Now we're gonna start with drop starts. We're gonna take 2 steps backward. At the 2-step back point, you're gonna drop your hand and touch the ground. The only reason you're doing that is to put your body in a good position with the forward, the head forward, the shoulders forward. It puts you in the most efficient position to actually go forward. So it'll be 2 steps back, touch the ground, 2 steps forward.
Okay, Jen, since this is a new drill, I'm gonna demo 1 or 2 for you. So just like Angie said, we'll start at the line. We want to go with the split stance because eventually we're going to work on either foot. That's why we're starting with 1 foot forward. So we're going to start by moving backwards 2 steps, right? So it should put us with the same foot in front. I'm going to try and drop with my left hand down, so it puts me in that good position to drive the right hand up and the left leg, right? Okay, so it'll look like this.
Okay.
So split stance position.
Okay.
All right, so take 2 steps back and then hand down.
Yep. Okay, so on your second step, you want to make sure that you don't go too far back with your back foot. So again, like we started with in the very first drill about foot position, you are in that power position here. If you take too long of a step back, it's the same thing that happens with any start. It shortens off your first step. So it's 1, 2, good foot position, 2 hard steps forward.
What we tell athletes is absorb the energy of moving backwards and then transfer it forward. So don't rush the forward. So really absorb it and then make sure you're coming at it properly.
So you're saying I'm getting too excited to go forward right now? Okay, that sounds right.
Too hard, too fast.
All right.
Set, go. Good. Your feet were better in that position. You could tell that you were thinking about it. As you get better, you can pick up the pace. As you get more comfortable with it, pick up the pace.
I should maybe try touching the ground this time too.
Right.
Okay.
Set, go. Good.
Okay, on this attempt, we're just going to work on the back pedal and really sticking that stopping position. If we do it properly, we should have to take our next step forward. So really focus on 1, 2, and the shoulders out front, and it should naturally kind of pop you. You don't have to think of it about it so
am
much.
I sticking back to 1, 2 and holding that position right now?
Yes. So
Okay.
just 1, 2, and just think about where is your weight when you come into that stopping position. It should almost feel like you have to take a step forward.
You can come to a complete stop.
Okay. I'm going to wait for you to tell me.
Set, go. Go ahead.
And so my back foot is too far back. This is what we see, right?
Right. Yes.
So I need to be here. And it was also too narrow. I was like on a balance beam.
Right.
So I need to make sure that I'm hip width apart, 6 to 8 inches,
Yep.
with the weight on the forward foot, so I actually want to go forward.
Right.
So that tells me a lot, actually, about what I'm not doing right. Okay, so let's try that
This is why
again.
we do the moving versions, because it tells your body, are you doing this right? Do you really have it mastered yet? Or do you need more instruction or more
Right,
repetition?
totally. Okay, so stick it again.
Set, go. Much better.
Better, although I'm still, now I'm like, I can tell that I'm weighted to the back, so I have to do it one more time, see if I can really get the weight on the front foot.
Try this.
Okay.
Try not touching your hand to the ground. Let's
Okay.
just try the shoulder lean forward. I think you're so worried about touching your hand to the ground, you're getting crunched up.
Okay.
Just get in a good power position with your weight on the front foot. Keep your back foot in a good length.
I like that.
Set, go.
Wow.
It was better.
This is hard, okay. Again.
Set, go.
Finally, I feel like I want to run forward
Right.
on that one. Okay, good. I should have just done it.
Set, go. Good. Now that we have your foot length position correct, we're gonna go back to the hand touch. So we'll start on the line, 2 steps back with the hand touch. We're looking to keep those feet close, the length, 2 hard steps forward.
Okay. I've earned it. I've
You've
earned it now that I've
on
proven.
the set,
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Set, go.
Was that better?
Let's try it again. Try to pull your back foot in.
Was it long
You're
again?
a little long.
A little bit. Do you notice how it slipped? I don't know
Yes.
if you felt it, but it slipped because you don't have enough weight on the front foot. Your base is too wide.
So I need to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really just focus on
Here?
establish that base and then explode out of the base.
Yes.
Okay.
Right there.
So establish the base first.
Think about the weight being on the front foot. You don't want to be pushing off the back foot. Push off the front foot.
Okay.
Set, go. That was your best rep. the next progression is to go to less of a planned stop. So you'll start at the line and you're gonna backpedal 5 yards instead of 2 steps. All right, there's gonna be a cone, there's a line there, there's a cone there. You wanna make sure your eyes are forward and you'll see the cone or line in your peripheral vision. So if you end up taking an extra step behind that line or cone, that's okay, that's reaction. Your weight still from the back pedal to the sprint will be on your front foot. A common mistake with this is that you're backpedaling and then your weight will be on your back foot, you'll take a false step, not going anywhere before you go forward. You'll start at the line, staggered stance, back pedal back, sprint back to the line. Remember, now that you're carrying more speed, you want to make sure you establish that base before you go from your back pedal to your sprint.
All right, so for me, it's a shorter stance. I mean, shorter than I want to be. Here's where I want to be, but
right.
The shorter the better for you.
I'm tempted to go back this way, but
You
I
are.
really need to keep it short.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Set, go. Good. So let's do a line touch. Let's do a ground touch.
I forgot.
That's even more reactive when you do that. So again, you did a great job of keeping your eyes forward and reacting to the line. Let's touch the ground.
Okay. How is my...
It also looked like you came up a little early, which is why you might have felt that little slip.
Okay.
It's because once you touch the ground, your first instinct was to come up. Remember, your first instinct should be to press forward.
Out.
Yep,
Okay.
forward first, and then you can come up once you're moving.
Set, go. Much better.
Okay, you've done a pretty good job so far on absorbing the energy, but because you haven't done this drill as often as I have, you're not as patient. So the object is to, when you come to a stop there, to get back through here as quickly as possible is the end goal. Right now, it's learn to absorb the energy, because eventually we add more distance and that makes it harder to stop. So really establish that base a little longer. So if you want to stand next to Angie. So I'm going to try and just absorb it, and then once I absorb it, I'm going to try and get into a forward position and then focus on going forward. On you.
Set, go.
So he looks more like a spring, or as I'm rushing it a little bit, right? Okay. I think I get it.
Yes. The reason you're slipping is because you're rushing it.
One more.
Yes.
Look like a spring.
Okay.
Set, go. That was better.
With my other foot randomly.
This drill is a progression from the one before it. So it's faster. There's more, you're creating more energy going a longer distance. So it's going to be harder. Don't get frustrated with that. Practice establishing that base, whatever it is, 5, 10 yards on the back pedal. Establish the base first before you move forward.
And feeling your feet slip a little bit is actually a good thing because you're learning from it. It means that you're either popping up too quick, which is why you're slipping, or your weight's not on the front foot enough. So if you're making mistakes as we go through here, just try and learn from them. You could feel that as you did it the right way, it felt more efficient. Yep. So the key to this is creating the most efficient, no loss of energy is the best way to put it.
Damn.